super windy. Sorry about that. Try and cover the mic with my hand. I don't know how good it'll work. But I haven't brought you guys on a walk back here since everything grew in, so thought you might like to see what it looks like. And the spruce tips are just, the buds are starting to come out now. They're always the last. The leaves always come in first, and then they come in. But I'll be out here. Oopsie. I'll be out here picking them as soon as they're ready. So I have next year's supply of tea. Yeah. Saskatoon berries will be plentiful again this year. Oh my goodness. These ones are almost ready for picking. Look at that. They pretty much are ready for picking. Oh, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll be out here picking. See how nice and green it is now? I love it. Time for spruce tip tea. We're into the marsh here. I'm just trying to find a bird. You can see where some of the branches died off there, right there. That's where they leafed out already. Someone's got the zoomies. Ow. It's pretty cool back here. Looks a lot different in the spring than in the winter. Uh-huh. So back here is actually protected marshland. Ouch. Somewhat protected. It's registered and has protocol in place to protect it, but majority of it's on private property, so it's somewhat protected from the general public at least. Ooh. Have the... Oh, they are budding out. The black ash trees And they are budding out. Here they are. Here's a nice one. Here's the leaves on them budding out. They're usually one of the last as well. They look so cute, little tiny tufts. I gotta find some little ones. None of my seeds took. Yeah, these might be some here. I don't know. I can't tell. Whoa, the mud is slippery. No, my dog is black now. There's another one, even skinnier one. Very nice. And out on the power line, you guys are used to seeing it with snow and then without snow but no green. This is what it looks like green. I'll get my finger out of the way there. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too horrible. It's going to be another bad bug year this year. The black flies have started. It's crazy. Usually the black flies don't bug me, but there's so many this year, everybody gets a piece. Oh, the leaves are upside down. It's going to rain. See how the trees look all wilted? The leaves have... You see the undersides of the leaves? They're all wilted looking. And the old wives' tale is that that means rain. What it actually is that the humidity went up very quickly. So the leaves, you see the undersides of the leaves. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. We'll probably get rain later this evening or throughout the night. That's what that means anyway. All the grass that laid down, all the new grass is growing through it now. This stuff here gets taller than I am. My dog's almost completely black now from that muck. Oops, fingers. So I'm trying to cup my hand over the phone so it cuts the wind noise. Go into my forest here. The wind should be cut back by the trees there. Oh, the spruce tips are coming out here too. I think I'll pick some tomorrow. Lots of fallen stuff this year, that's for certain. That's the last 2 years worth of trees that leafed out too soon and didn't recover because they're in the dark way down here. You can see in the forest the trees all have canopies at the top and nothing at the bottom. And if we had more wildlife coming through here, deer and such, then the lower branches would be all gone. from the bottom of the trees, and you'd just be able to walk through there clear. It's pretty neat. Yeah. I'll have to come and do some cleanup. All the cones on the ground from the squirrels and chipmunks picking them off. Branches down here survived because they get light through all of this stuff. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Time to go get some house chores done. Oh, and one different thing from this summer. Oh my goodness, look at those spruce tips. Oh, I can make lots of tea with those. Anyways, one other good thing about this year that's going to be different than last summer. Look, I'm in a t-shirt outside. Now I know the bugs are going to be bad this year, but I've already had more days this year in a t-shirt than I did last summer, all summer. Last summer I was in a t-shirt, even at work in the gravel pit, I was in a t-shirt maybe 3 days, and then it was long sleeves the rest of the summer. And now I've already had probably 5 or 6 days in a t-shirt, and it's still spring. So hopefully we'll get a real summer this year, which will be super duper nice. We're still getting frosts in the morning, but it's warming up to like plus 20 in the daytime, so hopefully that keeps up. That'll be nice. That'll be very nice. And then tomorrow I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna pick some spruce tips. They are ready, ripe for the picking. There's no spruce budworms here so far, which you'll constantly have to check for. Beautiful. The apple tree is blossoming, finally. The smell is just gorgeous here. Look at those apple blossoms. The smell seems to have set off the dog on a tangent. Yep. Maybe we'll try a cutting from this apple tree. I don't even know where this apple tree came from. Grew out of a bear poo. It's gotta be from the orchard up the road there, and or my neighbor's tree, which is a crab apple. So these ones, they stay small like a crab apple, but they taste good like a store-bought apple. Yeah. If only we could smell through the computer or through the phone or through the device from that video, then we'd be rocking. Because those smell fantastic. Hopefully everybody out there remembers to take a minute every day to stop and smell some flowers or look at some bugs walking around, watch the birds fly. Just take a minute to enjoy what's around you. Even if you live in the city, there's always something to stop and enjoy. Yeah. Yeah, my blue spruce is looking rough, but it's pushing buds. There's a lot of wild trees that are looking pretty rough lately. I am losing more. I suspect either the sun is damaging them, or I lost them in the winter and they're just showing now. I have to watch. There's a big storm coming. You can hear the thunder. We just had a big dump of rain and it's pretty doom and gloom here. My birch is doing really good. My dawn redwoods, I might have to bring them back inside. The ones that are inside seem to be doing okay. I'm starting to lose, see, these ones were in the house. I just brought them out. Everything in here needs water, but is doing good. But I'm losing my giant sequoias. I'm not really sure why. They're doing, the ones that are doing good are doing like super good, and the other ones are just keeling over. Not really sure what that's about. My new forest is doing really well. The tamaracks are doing good. This one seems to be the healthiest of the ones I collected this spring. And my one that I collected from before is already pushing a second growth. Like, these are the second buds already. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. These ones are just pushing their first. Yeah. I don't know. A lot of these new trees I got are doing really well. Pretty sure this is a crabapple, and these ones are the flowering pears. Wow, that one sure perked up. That's all new growth. Interesting. Yeah. And even my lilacs, potted them up. They kept their flowers. I thought for sure the flowers would drop, but they seem to be okay. This one had a bit of dieback at the top, but it needs to be cut back anyways. And this giant plum I kept is actually leafing out. I gotta pull my spruce out of there. And I want to try planting some of these guys in the ground. See how they do. Everything else is struggling. I'm not sure what it is this year. This had the bug attack so bad, my poor wisteria. I just got my fingers crossed that it survives. I see some new buds starting. Hopefully it tries again, but I don't know. It really got hit hard. But yeah, a little update. Oh geez. It's getting closer. Alright, it is super duper windy out here. So I broke out my microphone. I gotta repot at least one tree. I can't wait any longer. It's nearly 8, I think, at night. The sun finally came out. Yeah, but like I said, it's super windy. I broke out my microphone to see if that would make a difference, and we'll see. We got to get this one potted. It's starting to open up some buds, so get that one into some new soil, and hopefully it perks up. But like I said before previously, it's losing all its needles like this. I'm seeing tons of trees out in nature doing the same thing. You probably saw some in previous videos in the gravel pit. Huh. Interesting. Almost looks like the buds from the tamaracks. Yeah. So we'll get this going. I'll finish setting up, and we'll see how it is with the microphone. I hope my coat's not rubbing on it. It's pretty cold. We've been single digits at night, and Not very warm single digits. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait any longer. Let's do it. Okay, let's get this repotting underway here. Hopefully the sound is okay. The other video I took a little peek at it, seemed to be okay. Mosquitoes are getting bad. Look at that humongous thing. Okay, now let's just hope we haven't totally missed the window on this guy. Ow. That is really sharp. Okay. Let's see if it'll come out of here, and it will. I put mulch at the bottom, and the roots are growing out the mulch on the bottom. Well, that's pretty good. There we go. Ow. That hurt. Alright, that in frame? That's in frame. Let's get rid of this weed. I might be able to reuse some of this soil. What I did was I took it out of its pot and I kind of squished it down into the basket and put my own soil around it. I didn't actually do any root pruning, so that's what we're going to do today. The soil's still perfectly fine, so I'll put that on the bottom. Ow! Really spiky. Oh yeah, lots of roots in here. I don't know if they're from a tree or if they're from some weeds that were growing in here. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm just putting this stuff back into the bottom of the pot. Ooh, millipedes. Millipedes! Get out! Oh! Oof. So the black soil you see is my mix I was using previous to the big bags that I got. Big bag I got last year. And I thought that big bag was going to last me a whole year, but it's not because of all the extra trees I got now. So the soil this was in is just clay, major clay base by the looks of it. And this was one of those, this was sold as a living Christmas tree, Blue Spruce. So I put the nice one in the ground, and I put the one that had the most blue on it in the ground, and then I kept this one for bonsai because of the shape. Okay, that's about as much as I can get out of there. I don't know if you noticed in the video, it went from clay to just bark. A whole bunch of bark just came out of there. So this clay, I'm having a hard time getting it out. So I think I'm gonna go and try and wash it out with the hose. Wash it out of the roots with the hose. And see what we can see afterwards. But doesn't look like anything's growing anyway. Yeah, I accidentally split this one. I'll have to cut it. Yeah, it's crazy, this clay. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we are then. That washed out actually surprisingly easily. And these roots are, as I expected, strange as all heck. Not very radial, but you know what? We're going to work with that. Maybe we'll make it radial underneath that interesting stuff. I see there's still some hiding in there, but I can't get that out of there. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole root system. So, I guess we'll root prune now. I'm just going to move everything here to a different part of the piece of plywood or press board that's under here. Just like that. We'll go there. Timber. Okay. Get my root pruning stuff out here. And make sure I stay in frame. That's the hardest part, is staying in frame. So there are some absolutely god-awful roots, but we have to work with what it gives us. And there's some that are starting to go radial here and here, like come out real nicely. I suspect that this was grown in ground, so we'll have to see what it's got. I'm going to try and sit behind the camera here. I don't know how well this will work. This little root here is dead. Take that off. The bugs are really starting to come out too, so try and get this done. See, this one's coming out here. The ones that go straight down, normally I would kind of chippy chop those all off. This is dead. I'm going to have to chop it off. Hopefully some more roots come out of that area. But today I am not going to chippy chop. Look at them tangled up there. One goes around and it loops back up, and it just kind of does a loop-de-loop around this big root here. Strange, eh? I can't really do too much. Oh, the mosquitoes. My goodness. Wow, there's some tangled up stuff in there. Okay. There, that's better. Oh yeah. Look at how big those mosquitoes are. They're huge. Let's see here. There's a little root coming out. It's not radial, but it's coming out here. And I think I'm going to try to prune this big root back. I don't want to take it off, but I think I'm going to prune it back to that root there. Now, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it with these. Ugh, black flies. Picking at my bones. And the black flies are picking at my bones. Let's try and get some of these roots out of the way. Sorry if you can't see. Okay, See if this will go around that. Nope, not a chance. Not a chance. See if we can get in there. There's lots of roots in the way. That's the problem. It's gonna have to be there. Alright, here goes. Hopefully I didn't hurt that other root too much. Alright, let's see if I got it all the way here. Oh, looks like I did not. There we go. Give me my tool back. Alright. Oops. Bang the camera. Boom. Okay. Well, I got that out of the way. I still can't move that root. It's just solid. But I know it's detached from there. That's tangled. That's tangled. I think it's because they're all fused in here. Let's see what else we can do here. Let's take this off. Right here. See what that gives us. Still right fused in there. Okay. Whew. Where does it go to? This untangled out of there, maybe? There it is. That's out of there. Oh wow, that's just a big mass down there. There's this one. I can take that off. Kill that mosquito first. Take this off because it's below the cut. Whew. That's a big fused root. Okay. So see if there's anything here we can cut to go a little bit so you guys can see here. Starting to lose daylight. Alright. So I cut here already on this big root that's fused there. So I might have to cut this one. Let's see if I can get in there with this. And we'll cut it here. We'll have to bring the root base back in stages, I think. Ow. Try not to pinch my hand. I think that's it. So both of those, I'm pretty sure, are severed. Oh, I think I wrecked this root. This one. Yep, that's severed. That's severed. Okay, we'll have to sever this one. Well, I hope this tree survives. This is pretty severe. Can't untangle that yet, I don't think. Let me take this off. I don't think I can get that one out of there. Fix my handle here. Okay. Take this one off up here somewhere without wrecking that root. Maybe I'll take it off down lower first. These bugs, oh my goodness. Take it off down here. Oof. I don't know if I'll be able to get in there with these. Oops. Don't hurt the other roots. Oh dear. There. Oh wow, when these bugs start, they really start. Oh, look at that. All that fuss for that. I still can't get this part out of here. So I'm just going to have to keep going around and severing these roots all the way around, somewhere around the same height. I don't know how I'll get this root out of here. That one's going to have to go. Sever that under there. See if I can untangle this stuff. Try and get in there. Can I get in there? Oh, it's hard to stay in frame. Oh. Did I sever it? Yep, I got her. Alright. Okay, now we're getting a little bit farther. Hard to see in there. I need to take this one all the way off. I don't know if I'll be able to get it. See if I can get it in there. There we go. Got that out of there. That should leave some room for some better roots. Oh yeah, these roots are all just going all back in on each other. And okay, so now it's going to be hard to establish a root plane this shot. I don't want to do too much high risk stuff, but I know I'm going to end up doing a lot of high risk stuff. Okay, so these two I still cannot get to release out of there. So maybe if I sever this big root back here. I don't know how much of this root ball I'll be able to save. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Is that severed? Yes, that is severed. Oh, we're almost there. Phew. Almost there. So there's a big clump of roots in here. This one here is just this big clump of roots. Let me see if the light will help. Well, sort of, eh? It's not super dark, but we're in the shade. Alright, so there's that big clump of roots there. And I think that's what's holding all of these in. Yeah, it's gotta be. So, I think we have to sacrifice that big clump of roots here. Okay. Still some in there that are holding all of this together. They're growing straight down. Yeah, we'll have to they're all tangled up there. Just take all these off as we get to them. That's pretty crazy, eh? There we go. So that's it. That's like 90% of the root ball there that we can't use, and that's what's left. And I am not I'm not going to take off too much more. That's pretty crazy. Must have been started in a plug and then put in the ground, maybe. So I think what we'll end up doing is just planting it a little bit deeper and seeing if we can sort of get more roots up here and then bring this back over time. I don't want to do any more to it. Yeah, there's lots of roots that go back down inside and stuff like that. So we'll see if we can get a root plane going above all this. But for now, I guess we're just going to have to live with this part. But it'll get there, it'll get there. Yeah, I think that's plenty for this year. Alright, I'll get ready for putting this back in a pot. We'll come right back. Alright, I'm going to reuse some of the old soil because it's perfectly fine. Oh, I'm going to go lick my wounds after from all these bug bites. I'm such a whiner, eh? Such a whiner and complainer. Jeez. Okay. So, I know these roots are too long, but we can't cut them right now. We just have to let them go around. So we'll get the part that's close to them as radial as possible, that's close to the tree trunk. And then when they hit the edge of the pot, we'll roll them around. And then the tree will be able to replace them later on. We'll get some roots that are closer to the trunk, hopefully. And this thing will be much farther into the pot and won't stick up so far. There we go. Try and get everything untangled. Nice and radial. Even though most likely we won't be keeping too many of these roots. We'll try and regrow some nicer ones. I think it'll be much happier now. I'll probably put it inside the trailer for a bit. Yeah, I didn't even choose a front or anything, but it doesn't matter right now. I can't do any trimming of the branches this year or anything. I'll just let it grow, and we'll decide on another day. Alright. Tools in my soil bin today. Ooh, they instantly got buried. Alright, let's move the camera back a little bit. Right to here. Turn the light off. And then give it a water. Water all the soil right out of it. There we go. I do really like this tree. It's got such nice shape to it. And the branches are like, the placements are just perfect. And the roots might be a little wonky, but we can fix that over time. Yep. Alright. We'll probably water that a few more times before bed. Let me gather up my cord here. Take you guys out of the holster. And that would probably, once I zoom in, that will probably be a nice back to the tree. And the front might be somewhere over here, I'm thinking. But I have to see how it grows in. Poor little thing. Shape is really cool. This might make a nice front over here too. Oh, it's hard to see the shape on the video, but yeah. Hopefully it grows better now, and all the buds that pop out feed those roots. I didn't see any white tips anywhere, so we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah. So that's it for tonight. I gotta get out of these bugs. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there.